Americans are ruling the court at the U.S. Open. 4 have actually made it through to the quarterfinals. ABC's Andrew Dimbert with a look at some of the most exciting actions so far.
American tennis players dominating at the U.S. Open.
And Coco Gauff has turned things around here again.
Matches heating up during the hottest day of the event so far, the temperature reaching 90 degrees, and 4 Americans blazing into the quarterfinals. Coco Gauff impressing in her win over Caroline Wozniacki.
And that's a comprehensive win for Frances Tiafoe.
As did Frances Tiafoe, cruising to a straight sets victory.
And that'll do it. Ben Shelton into the quarterfinals here.
He will now face Ben Shelton in his second showdown with a fellow American after a memorable debut for the unseeded 20-year-old, beating out Tommy Paul and bringing the heat with the fastest serve in the tournament so far, a scorching 149 miles per hour. They join the top-ranked American in the field, Taylor Fritz, who will now have to get through Novak Djokovic tomorrow.
He's moving forward.
Did he say it was like 90 degrees? And it was like, it was hot? What's
David in the background, what? 90 degrees. Now, what's better than grilling on Labor Day? SA Live has tips from 2 pit masters.
Speaking of hot, plus poolside cocktails for the unofficial last day of summer. We'll send it over to Market Square with Fiona and Jen.
Hey there, well, we hope you are enjoying your Labor Day weekend, but how much do you know about Labor Day? We have some Labor Day trivia for you, and some of it might be a little tricky.
Trivia is always fun, right? We also have Chef Adrian Davila with Davila's Barbecue sharing some brisket tips in case you're planning on grilling this week. And cocktails by the pool, don't mind if we do. We're shaking things up with Labor Day inspired sips from Dulce Vida Tequila.
And what's better than barbecue tips? How about more barbecue tips? We're showing you how to grill the perfect steak.
And we're taking you Texas tripping to Johnson City, where you'll not only find a day of fun, but some delicious coffee creations too.
And ice cold treats for the unofficial last weekend of summer.
But you know it's going to be hot for a while.
Oh,
so
God, I know.
You can enjoy this for a while.
Think about it. We can blame Mike.
Yeah.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.
Right now on KSAT.com, if you're looking for something fun to do with the family, you may want to stop by the San Antonio Zoo.
The zoo offering $8 admission today for all Bexar County residents as part of its Locals Day. You can purchase your Locals Day zoo tickets online as long as you have proof of Bexar County residency.
The zoo is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week.
All right, it's hot. You know the forecast, you know the drill. High fire danger this afternoon, so please be careful. 100 this afternoon. Temperatures falling into the 90s after sunset. I hope you've had a wonderful Labor Day. You know, this weather is going to persist for the first full week of September. Not really feeling like September at all with that when we're adding on to the triple-digit tally here in San Antonio.
And if you're looking for something to eat this Labor Day,
well, she had hamburgers and she had hot dogs on the grill over there.
I love that.
They've got steak downtown. What do you do?
Lots of fruit, too.
I have steak and fruit. That's got to be a good combination on the day. Stay cool, stay safe, enjoy your Labor Day off. SA Live starts right
now.
Attention all grilling enthusiasts, we have tips from an Instagram pro to help you fire up the perfect steak. It's all today on SA Live.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Hello and happy Labor Day. Fire up the grill, put those white pants in storage, and enjoy the last little bit of summer. Good afternoon. I'm Fiona Gorostiza.
And I'm Jen Tobias, just filling in for Mike. I'm sure he's enjoying his time off doing something.
Yes!
Something fun.
He's probably tinkering in his workshop if I know him. He's our resident Geppetto. He's whittling something.
Geppetto, exactly. Well, do you have any plans, Fiona?
Oh, well, just spending the time at home, and enjoying that time with my daughter is probably my plan.
It's still so hot. So yeah, enjoying the outside, taking advantage, maybe swimming and barbecue. Can't go wrong with barbecue.
Yes. So we want you to share your Labor Day plans with us at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter. Okay, well, we know how much Mike loves trivia. So, in honor of him, since you are filling in for him today, we're going to play a little Labor Day Jeopardy. So, I'm going to give you the answers about the holiday, and then you will hit your buzzer, which is imaginary. Okay, and then give your answer in the form of a question. All right. Okay. Are you ready? Because I believe we have 4 or 5 questions. Oh, dramatic music. I like it. I like it. It's setting the ambiance here. All right, we're going to start with an easy one. Okay. Answer number 1. Labor Day is the unofficial end of this season.
What is summer? Thanks for the easy one.
Yes, we had more applause. Yes, okay, all right.
Thanks for the easy one.
Okay, back to being serious. Here we go. Answer number 2. People like to do this for meals on Labor Day.
What is grilling, barbecuing, right?
Yes, what we were just talking about.
Yes.
Outside grilling. All right, yes. Okay, are you ready for the next question / answer portion? This happened in 1882. This quizzical look means I don't know this answer.
Okay. Maybe it was the what is the first Labor Day? Maybe.
Jen, are you channeling Mike right now? Is he secretly in your ear? Did he cheat and look at these ahead of time and then text this to you or something? Because I feel like that's something he would do. I'm going to get him on the phone here in a second.
Yeah,
well, I know, right? Okay.
I will
That's
not say.
the dramatics of it all. All right. The American workforce. Okay, so you have to answer with the question. That is the answer. The American workforce.
This is tough. American workforce.
Think about the holiday.
Okay.
Think about today.
Honored.
Labor Day. You got to answer it the right way.
Who is honored? Liberty?
Yes. Okay, we got that.
Oh, Mike, we've done you proud.
And here's a little trivia for you.
No, I'm not going to do him proud.
Got something for you too. Yes.
Okay.
Did you know Labor Day is the 3rd most popular day of the year for grilling?
Oh, see, I actually thought that was a question. I'm glad it wasn't. Okay, yes, right behind Memorial Day and the 4th of July. And we know a lot of people in South Texas will be smoking a tender, juicy brisket today. But what do you do with the leftovers?
Adrian Davila, pitmaster and owner of Davila's Barbecue in Seguin, has a few amazing ideas for families. Take a look.
We're all getting back into our busy routines. Like many of us, we're looking for those family meal ideas.
Yes, and today we plan to not only make you drool over this delicious brisket, pitmaster Adrian Davila of Davila's Barbecue is showing us how you can turn your leftovers into fun meals for days after. This is why you have to label stuff in your fridge so that your family doesn't eat it out from under you. You go, do not eat this. You know who you are.
Yes.
Okay, so you make your brisket on Sunday, but you have some fun ways to make those leftovers.
Sunday, you give it all the love and the rub that you can give it, right? All day Sunday. It takes like 14 hours to make a brisket. So all that work, you know, if you don't use it all, why would you waste it?
Well, I'm gonna try
Shift, pivot, boom, other things, baked potatoes. Then you can put the chef mom hat and do like this brisket ragu / bolognese with pasta. You'll be an absolute hero.
Right, and then also, we start with these potatoes over here.
The potatoes. Start with easy, right? The potatoes. You can even put those in the pit for a couple of hours on Sunday, along with the brisket. Chop it up. Next day, out the door with the microwave, heat it back up, and top it with everything that you want.
Jen,
bacon bits.
Is there anything you don't want on your?
I think I
or
want
not
everything.
want.
Everything. You got it. You got it. Coming right up.
I love this little setup you have here. And the rub that you use, where can people find that?
Yes, the rub is at H-E-B. We're very proud of it. It's my grandfather's recipe. We've used it for over 60 years. We use it on everything. And you're going to find it all over Texas on H-E-B's. Yes. I get so happy when I say that. Smile.
Is it unbelievable?
Yes.
Pinch
Like
yourself. Oh,
goosebumps. Goosebumps for real bumps.
I love that. And obviously you have your book as well. So
Yes, with a lot of like family recipes and story about the food and really what it's about and why we cook what we cook, not just how to cook it, right? So, you know, you go into all these ideas of trying to get things, make them a little easier, and the potatoes are a perfect vehicle for that.
How's it going, Fiona?
Oh, it's going good. It's going good. I got the brisket. I got the sour cream on there. Now, your restaurant in Seguin, what else is on the menu if folks go to visit?
Yeah, so the restaurant in Seguin is, of course, like classic, old school butcher block barbecue. We make everything from our sauce, all of our meats, down to our sausage. We've been doing that for about almost 65 years. My grandfather started. My dad and I continue to operate it, of course, with help from all family members. But you know, we spin it off with our food truck and our catering, and the potatoes and the tacos and the Frito pies and the burgers. They've really taken on their own identity, and I think in our social media world with all the sharing and all the photos, those things really take on, you know, its own identity. So they're really getting a really strong foothold on our menu.
I love that. And Fiona's done over here, but you also have a way to take your brisket and turn it into kind of a fancier meal.
Yeah, you know, so you have like the family meal, what people call in restaurants, you know, and then they take things and kind of do their own version of it. And so we took brisket, we're gonna make our ragu sort of bolognese with some wine reduction, some balsamic, tomato paste, and the mirepoix of carrots, onions, and celery.
Oh my goodness.
And then we're gonna pair that with what you call is a ribbon pasta.
Okay.
So it's a little thicker. Come on, Chef Mom. Come on, Chef Mom.
Look at those.
Yeah, so this ribbon pasta, we're gonna probably plate you too much.
I feel like my son would eat this one.
Yes, and
my
it's
daughter would
really
eat those potatoes.
gonna be able to like absorb and take on this kind of heavier beef.
Oh my goodness.
Look at
And
this,
that's,
Fiona.
you're gonna go in this with a little bit of Parmesan. Go ahead, yes.
Got you.
Let you do your
Mom will
thing.
take over.
And then the last but not least, just beautiful basil on top. We gotta share with Fiona also.
Okay, I'll let you serve up that one as well.
Yes, here, there's fork. You can taste it.
Okay.
Let me know if you like it. Tell JoJo if you don't.
Does Davila's Barbecue have, of course, family meals to go?
Oh yes, we do our family meals. It's one of our most popular items. The Davila family order is a pound of brisket, have a chicken, sausage, two choice of two sides of our 32-ounce sides, pickles, onions, bread, and sauce. And again, all of those things that we speak of are absolutely homemade. They're heirloom recipes from whether it's my grandmother, my father, my mom. Everybody gets a place at the table.
And of course, you got your cookbook, right?
Yes, and that's really what we're all about. Is just like you come and you eat at our table, you're like family to us. So it's like,
there you go.
There you are.
Yes, thank you.
What are some of your favorite menu items that you make?
Well, you know, I think the process of the sausage is always really kind of it's really what locked me into the business. Is because, you know, we saw this like kind of this very rustic process of grinding the meat and deboning it and stuffing it. It's a long 2 to 3 day process. But then you walk to the front of the house and everybody's enjoying it and smiling it. And I saw how you could take something that was very rough, turn it into something beautiful and create a memory. So I have to say the sausage, that's probably our namesake.
Got it. And let's talk about how you get your brisket so amazing. I know you can't give away all the secrets.
No, but you know, it's slow and slow. It's 250.
Got it.
You know, 12 to 14 hours. You got to let it reach 180 degrees. You know, and you know, my grandfather, he had this way of really doing it by touch and feel. And our pits are very, very old, so we don't really have the modern sort of the same things that other people would. And today but we still go by our thermometers and just the way we do it and give it time, and it'll get there.
Way, right?
Yes.
I love that, Adrian.
Yes, for sure.
So delicious.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on.
We love being here. Thank you for having me.
All right. And for more information, of course, on Adrian Davila, Davila's Barbecue, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
Are you taking a hill country road trip? We'll show you a must-try coffee shop in Johnson City.
But first, even when it is scorching hot, you can have an ice day at this local shop where you can get these over-the-top creations and how they're taking classic summer flavors to the next level. That's coming up next on SA Live.
Welcome back to SA Live. Well, for this scorching hot summer, you're going to need something extra to help you cool off. And this local ice cream shop knows all about being extra.
Okay, Lauren Cuevas, and look at what she is making here today.
Oh, look at
I wonder
those.
ice baby. Those, I think, are some of the prettiest and just like
I would agree.
biggest drinks we've ever had on the show.
Everything tastes better when it looks pretty.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right, because you eat with your eyes, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
All right, so we're making, of course, these big time treats with the big time summer flavors,
Yes.
right?
So we're going to be starting off with the watermelon agua fresca.
Okay.
We're going to be blending fresh watermelon and adding it inside of the watermelon.
And so what's in that mixture?
This is fresh watermelon, water, and a little bit of sugar. So
And that's it.
I guess you could say it's kind of healthy, right?
And why not drink it out of
Yes,
the
so you can
container
pour
and
that
canyon,
in.
right?
I totally agree.
All right.
So am I just taking this all the way to the top, or am I
No.
leaving some
You're
room?
going to go about halfway, and
Halfway?
then we're going to be adding fruit and chips and candy on top.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. And
So-
you said the best way to do it
Yes,
is
you're gonna
with-
put a little lid on top, and then we could start with watermelon. I personally would choose more salty, spicy toppings, so I went with watermelon, Takis, and sour belts.
Okay, and then we got to do the edge right now? Is
Yes,
that-
so you want to put chamoy and Lucas around it.
Okay. This.
Right there,
Here we go.
yes.
All right, so I just go like this?
Yes, that's everyone's favorite. Chamoy and Lucas, can't forget that part.
Okay.
It's the most important.
We're on this side there.
All right, and then start
bit of-
what? Because that's going to start to like drip on its own,
So
right?
now you're gonna put watermelon, and then if you want, you can do. I remember you like the Chinese candies, right?
He didn't.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Little
we
intense
just-
for him.
Just add some watermelon around it. We did Takis, we did sour belts, but it's really up to you. We customize everything, so your
I can
taste
just-
buds get to decide.
So we
And
just
of
go like
course-
this? Okay.
You
Yes.
have been busy this
All
summer,
summer.
right? You like it when it's
I like busy. I like talking to customers, and we have 2 locations, so summer is very busy. Yes, I love it though.
okay.
The
and
one
you're-
person in South Texas that loves triple-digit heat.
and you're celebrating 2 big anniversaries this
We
month, right?
are. So our first location will be 5 years this month, and our second location will be a year this month.
Mine doesn't look pretty.
No, it doesn't. I think
Well,
we just
I've
kinda
been
need
doing
this
it
up
for
here.
a while,
All
so
right.
mine's
Okay.
gonna look a little nicer.
Okay.
All right, and so now we need to make the
The
pineapple, right?
pineapple, yes. So it's the same thing. We're gonna put the fresh pineapple juice on the inside of the pineapple, and we have that ready for you over there on that
Okay,
side.
that is
Very
the
good.
fresh watermelon is so good. So
agree.
this goes right in here too.
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna fill that, and
About
then
halfway again?
you can fill it to the top. That one will be good.
Okay.
And then we're gonna be adding pineapple rings and orange rings.
Okay, so pineapple rings.
Yes.
Edges.
And
okay.
orange rings like that. Okay.
This. Here we go.
And then, Fiona, if you would like to get a skewer and start putting strawberries on it,
got
these
it.
little wooden sticks.
Where are they? Oh,
And then
there.
we're gonna put strawberries on it. Just a little extra decoration, a little more special. And that's just gonna go straight in the middle.
So how do you come up with the ideas?
I grew up eating a lot of sour and sweet snacks. We did that a lot in my household. So with the business, just whatever I think would taste good, we make it look pretty, and that's how we do it.
Okay, and when you come to your place, I mean, you can kind of do what I'm doing. It's like, oh, I'll do a little bit of
Yes,
this, a
we
little bit of that,
customize
whatever you want to put on there, right?
absolutely everything. Everything that walks out is completely different. So that's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun.
What is the favorite flavor? Like, that people
So
love?
I would say watermelon is one of our most popular flavors. That's why I got this idea. I wanted to bring the watermelon juice and make it a little bit more extra. So that's how we came up with this one.
Okay,
There we go.
That's pretty.
Okay. All right, and have you had any like kind of strange flavor
I
combinations?
do. I think the strangest for me would be vanilla ice cream with chamoy. That's kind of interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, you
or-
say probably not, right? That probably doesn't go?
Or pickle juice with vanilla ice cream, also not for me, but we'll do anything. So
And what is this right here?
this is a mango nada. At Ice Size Baby, we customize it however you like. So you guys could just pick your toppings, put them on top, and make it look nice.
Okay,
Even
awesome.
hot Cheetos will go on there too.
Yes.
Right? But I tell you what, that watermelon is so refreshing.
I
Boy,
agree.
That's great. And where are you
It's-
located?
We are located at 2113 Bandera and 3027 MacArthur View.
More information, our website, SALive.com. Click on the As Seen on SA Live tab or the QR code there in the corner of your screen. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you for having me.
Next on SA Live, with prices going up everywhere, has it become tough to bring down your credit card balance? How you can get help paying off those cards and finally get out of debt. Stay with us.
With interest rate increases and inflation making even our most basic costs of living
more expensive. Many Texans are struggling with $30,000 to $100,000 or more in credit card debt alone. But our next guest is here with solutions. Tim Wilkins with Debt Redemption Texas Debt Relief. Welcome, welcome. How did we get here?
Well, Fiona, it's a whole lot of things. It's the interest rate hikes on top of inflation. Wages didn't keep up, and there's just more and more factors coming in every day. Student loans deferment is going to stop soon. We're going to have that piling on. So it's one thing after another, and now people are just struggling.
Struggling and completely stressed out. And with interest rates, as high and more hikes, are expected in the future, what are some options for folks who might be struggling with that credit card or personal loan debt?
Well, before that next rate hike comes, before that student loan deferment goes away, call us to see what your options are. It could be a debt consolidation loan, where we use our affiliate platform of lenders to find the best rate for you, push all your debt into one lower rate loan, lock you in against future rate hikes, and help you get through this faster. The next option might be a credit counseling program that does a lot of those same things without a new loan. Or it could be our debt negotiation program, our Texas Debt Relief Program, that actually negotiates not your interest rates, but your principal balance, what you actually owe. And that can provide huge relief for people. It can provide a monthly program payment that could be less than half compared to making minimum payments, and help them get out of debt a lot faster.
And we're not just going to talk about this. We're going to show folks exactly what this is, right?
Well, that helps so much.
It totally does.
Now, Pictures help, and bright colors always help me as part of the Market Square. This first graph is the amount that people are paying every month. $50,000 in credit card debt is our average. It's very normal for us, and making those minimums at these interest rates could be $2,000 a month. With a debt consolidation program, you see that's under $1,000. Credit counseling, it's under $1,100. Both huge reliefs when you're struggling with $2,000. It's that Texas Debt Relief Program you see at $750. Which is a huge relief. And note the difference between $1,000, $1,100, and $750 and $2,000. That extra money is
over
back
time.
to your family. You can pay off your debt faster, or you can just weather the financial storm. This next graph is how much you'll pay off over time with that $50,000 in debt. With these high interest rates, could be double making minimums. With debt consolidation and credit counseling, around $66,000 and $63,000. With our other program, our Texas Debt Relief Program, that can be less than what you actually owe today. This last one, if you're making those payments every month and you're just making minimums and it doesn't feel like your balances are going down at all, they might not be. Or they might be just about staying the same. You'll see it could take over 20 years to pay those off. With a credit counseling program and a debt consolidation, 6 years and 5 years. And with ours, 24 to 48 months is pretty typical depending on your budget. And that is a huge relief. Gets you planning for your future, kids' weddings, rainy day funds. Anything.
I mean, just in a few years,
It takes a lot of stress off a family.
Okay, and so we've got about 20 seconds left, but why should folks be careful when they're kind of inundated with those like out-of-state help companies,
So much all over the internet. A lot of times those aren't even real companies. They're just advertising to get your information, sell it to the highest bidder. We have been specifically helping Texans. We know the protection laws. For over 2 decades we've been right here, and we're typically 40% less than those out-of-state companies.
All right, Tim, thank you so much. If you or anyone you know are struggling with high credit card debt or personal loans, talk to a local debt specialist now. You can call Debt Redemption Texas Debt Relief for a free phone or office consultation at 1-800-971-4060 or visit the website debtredemption.com/KSAT. Ask about their $1,000 lowest fee guarantee. Tim, once again, thank you.
Welcome back to SA Live. He's been barbecuing in his backyard for decades, and now he's sharing what he's learned over the years on social media. He's all about helping people step up their grilling game.
Yes! Oh, it smells so amazing in this studio. Not because of cologne or perfume. Roger Hernandez from Cooking with the Tall Boys here to help you take your barbecue to the next level. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, it all starts with the cut, okay? And you like Wagyu beef. For those who don't know, what exactly is it
So Wagyu
that makes
is
it so amazing?
So what Wagyu is it's a breed of Japanese cattle that was bred with American cattle. So you're still going to get the marbling of the steak, and also the beef flavor and the boldness of American beef. And you can tell, look at the marbling of the steak. I mean, it's perfectly marbled. So when you cook it, that marbling is going to melt into, it's going to render into the steak. You're going to get the bold flavor of beef, the juiciness of the fat. and the tenderness.
Okay.
So all those flavors.
So I'm going to start seasoning it
Yes.
here. What am I using?
So you're going to use Fiesta's Uncle Chris Gourmet Steak Seasoning.
Okay.
So you season to flavor. It's how much seasoning you like to put on your own steak.
Okay.
So you're going to season the front and back and also the sides of the steak as well.
And how far in advance do you season when you make steak?
When I make the steak, I like to season 24 hours with
24
hours in advance.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I
you
call
want
it
to
a
let
dry
it
brine.
sit. Yes, let it
Yes.
soak up. Okay, now what is it that they feed the cows that make this beef so?
So they're usually grass-fed. They also give them beer as well. And believe it or
Hold on.
Wait,
So
wait. Beer.
Grass-fed, beer drinking, low stress.
Low stress.
cows.
Massage them,
And then
too.
they
Did they go to college in Berkeley? I mean,
I wish I had their lifestyle.
okay.
But there's something about that, obviously, that makes it taste
Yes.
amazing. Woo, look at that.
So you're gonna cook this hot and fast. So
Okay.
you're gonna basically cook 5 minutes on each side, and then
correct?
you're gonna you're
Okay.
doing good.
5 minutes
And
on each side. Now, if you're cooking it outside, what would be the difference?
It's gonna be the difference is you're gonna cook on live coals, so it's gonna be hotter, so it's gonna cook quicker.
Got it.
So 5 minutes on each side, and then you're gonna turn it on the edges, and so that way you can actually cook around the edges, and also the fat cap that's sitting on the outside.
Okay.
So Fiona's gonna
I'm
watch
gonna let that
this,
go for
but
a little bit.
this
Okay.
beauty over here, you brought some brisket. Tell us about this.
So this is also a Wagyu brisket as well. This was smoked 14 hours with black oak wood.
Oh my goodness.
As you can tell how juicy it is.
I see that.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
I tell you what, you told me earlier that once you go Wagyu, right? Like that you can't go back to regular beef? Is it just the flavoring and
The flavoring, the tenderness of the Wagyu, once it hits your palate, you're going to see how amazing it is.
And so, what folks need to remember the most is take the temperature, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's incredibly important.
So when I smoke the brisket, what I do is I'll put it in with the barbecue pit at 250 degrees. I'll start smoking it about 4 to 5 hours. I'll go out, check the internal temperature with the thermometer. It'll be about 165 to 175. I'll pull it out. I'll wrap it with either pink butcher paper or aluminum foil. At that point, I'll place it back into the pit and finish it out. About 5 or 6 hours later, I'll recheck the temperature. Once it's 205, I'll pull it out and I'll let it sit in an ice chest, resting for at least a minimum hour and a half to 4 hours.
Minimum rest for an hour and a half to 4 hours in
Yes.
an ice chest.
Yes.
Okay.
And these are tips that people can learn from you on your YouTube, right? And your
Yes.
social media platforms, and these are the kind of things that you share because you just love this, don't
Yes,
you?
ma'am. That's correct. Y'all can, check me out on YouTube and Instagram at Cooking with the Tall Boy.
All right.
I think can we have a piece?
Yeah, let's try a piece, okay?
And how's your steak, Fiona?
Oh my God! Well, it's still cooking. I mean, I'll turn it over, but I know it's probably got to go just.
Oh my gosh,
a
it's
little bit longer.
beautiful. And so the best tip you were saying is to use that thermometer, and we are going to take a bite of this. For more on the Tall Boy, just head over to SALive.com.
And click on, yes,
I'm sorry, my mouth's watering.
SA Live tab. Enjoy it, Jen. Enjoy it. Okay.
Okay, I will. You can read.
Oh my God. Food with a fun twist. Donut-shaped burgers. What's behind the different designs and how you can get a taste. We're cooking them up. It's all next on SA Live.
Welcome back to SA Live. It looks like a burger, a delicious burger right there, but it's shaped more like a donut. And once you find out why, you're gonna, my mind's blown.
Yes,
You'll see
it's so simple but so amazing. John Evans, owner of UPB Burgers, is here to tell us about what inspired his donut design and to show us the difference in taste. So we've got a sample right here. So John, tell us why these are so incredibly juicy.
Well, whenever I was cooking burgers in the past, it tends to puff up in the center. It didn't cook evenly. So what I decided to do is put my thumbprint in there like everybody else used to do. Then I said, well, I want to design something that can actually do it for me and leave me a lot of room at the end to put all my cheese and toppings at the same time. So that's what the Ultimate Burger Press is. It shapes it, it designs it, and it weighs it out all at the same time.
Now you'll notice that we didn't take just one bite.
We both
took two bites knowing we still have to talk. That's how good this is.
Nothing like a juicy burger.
That is very juicy,
yes.
delicious, and you're going to show us the process here.
Sure, it's real simple.
So good.
All we do is take the press, lay it down, and spray a little bit of nonstick spray. That way the plastic, I use saran wrap, or I even use plastic like a Ziploc bag. Then you take any kind of ground meat, I have ground beef here, and you just fill the press. Once the press is full, you don't have to over press, you just fill in the press. Once it's full, it's not only already done, it's already weighed out. And you don't have to press down, you just lift up, right? And you pull away the plastic. And then the meat never touches the inside of the press.
I like what
So
you
it
said,
shapes
it already measures out
It
too,
already
exactly.
shapes it. So if I have like 6 friends over, I know that I'm going to, and I have 2 pounds of hamburger meat, I know I'm going to get 6 of these right here. If I have the 1/4 pound press, I know I'm going to get 8 of them. That's what I couldn't do with my hand. I could shape them, but I just couldn't weigh them out.
Because folks can buy one or they can buy 3
They can buy
right
the whole
there.
set. They
the
can
whole
have
set,
the whole
which is
set.
like a slider, a bigger burger.
A slider, the regular size, what I call the regular size, and then the big one. Yeah.
The Goldilocks
Yeah,
of burgers is right there in the middle.
Exactly.
So when you want to cook it, after you get it pressed, what's the best way to do that?
Well, what I do is I take the donut side shape and I place it down on the grill. Any kind of your heat source like that. Get a nice sear on it and then flip it back over. When you flip it back over, what I'm looking for is the color of the juice in the center. It lets me know where I'm in the cooking process. If it's clear, I know it's fully cooked. If it's pink, I know it's medium. If it's red, I know it's a little bit more rare.
Okay. And of course, folks can get these burgers at your food trucks, right?
Right. We decided to go ahead and let's open up some food trucks in New Braunfels and let's make all of our burgers with the burger press and sell them. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put this in the pan now. Okay.
Yeah. Just turn it up.
And again, it goes down, right?
Yeah. Just there you go. Down. Just like perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Why am I
And
so
then
nervous? Okay.
And then, of course, that little nook serves a purpose with the toppings, right?
Exactly. So normally when a regular burger is flat, when you put the cheese and toppings, you bite in the burger, they tend to fall off. With that little concave in there, you puts all your cheese and toppings, it melts into the well. So when you bite, you tend not to lose all your toppings off of there. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. And so what
this
I
right
have
here is
over
where you can go ahead and add your cheese. I have cheese down there for you. You can add your cheese and toppings. I have bacon there, grilled onions. Just add a slice.
You can see
There you
that
go.
little pocket in the middle,
Go
right?
ahead and turn it on there. Yep. Turn
Mine's on, right?
Yep.
There,
Turn on
yes.
a little bit more.
It feels on. Okay. It feels like it's on over
Okay.
here. And this, of course, you created this, right?
I did.
Right here.
I did. And
locally.
not only it's manufactured right here in San Antonio, right? We filed a patent on it 3 years ago and found a wonderful family that has a place here in town that we manufacture them with, and we sell them all over the United States. You get them on Amazon or ultimateburgerpress.com.
It's such a great idea. And you mentioned you have 2 food trucks in New Braunfels.
2 food trucks right there. I have one on FM 306 in Common, and then one on Elliott Knox Boulevard right next to HEB. So yeah, we have 2 of them because New Braunfels has grown so much.
Okay, and the items on the menu, it's not just these, what we see here,
Not
right?
just the beef, we also do ground chicken, which I think is really cool. With the Ultimate Burger Press, you can use a very lean meat like ground chicken and not dry it out in the cooking process. That's what this is all about. It's all about keeping the juice in there and helping it stay juicy through the cooking process so it doesn't dry out. And normally a chicken does, but not with our Ultimate Burger Press.
I noticed the burger with the egg on it. Does that, This obviously helps with that too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just keep everything
it
nice
does.
and
Egg
secure.
will fit right in there perfectly.
Oh, I
People
love that.
love eggs on their
Now,
burgers.
on National, was it Cheeseburger Day? How long was your line?
Oh, we had a line for over 7 hours. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, we were tired at the end of the day, but man, it was so much fun. People enjoyed it.
So if folks want to buy this little press, how can they do that?
They can go to Amazon, of course, and then ultimateburgerpress.com. We have all the sizes on there.
Great
and then you can
Father's
also
Day gift coming
great
up.
Father's Day, and we're also at both of our locations. We have them displayed right out there with our seasoning and with our Ultimate Burger Presses.
Yeah, so you have your seasoning as well.
Sure.
Okay.
I love the seasoning that we put on our burgers. So it's.
And tell folks exactly where they can find your food trucks.
The food trucks is going to be on Elliott Knox, 840 Elliott Knox Boulevard, and then the other one is 873 FM 306, right there on 306 in Common in New Braunfels.
And you have a deal for viewers, right?
An excellent deal. For somebody who wants to try it for the first time, or just anybody who wants to come get a great deal, Monday 4 to 7 p.m. it's buy one, get one free. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, take a friend, have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and this is delicious, very juicy. So awesome.
Thank you so much, Sean. All right, don't forget, every Monday from 4 to 7 p.m., UVP Burgers has buy one, get one free burgers. For more information, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
I'm Christine Ortiz with Dulce Vita Tequila. The drinks I'm going to make for you today are just a couple of different variations on some very classic cocktails. You're going to take your Dulce Vita Blanco, strawberries, top it with Topo Chico, squeeze a lime in there, and there you have it. Today we're going to do a skinny tropical margarita using the Dulce Vita pineapple jalapeno infused tequila. Go ahead and start with your tequila. With mango in there. Top it with Topo Chico. And don't forget the lime. Stir, stir, stir. Now how about a nice refreshing cucumber paloma? What you're going to do is take your Dulce Vita grapefruit infused tequila. Put a little bit of cucumber in there just for a little taste. Fresca and Topo Chico. Don't forget a little lime on top. And there's your cucumber paloma. So we're going to take the lime-infused Dulce Vita tequila, watermelon, top this with Topo Chico, squeeze your lime in there, and garnish with a little bit of mint.
Delicious lattes, cold chillers, and more. Today we take you on a road trip to Johnson City Coffee Co. All right, we're inside Johnson City Coffee Co. and talk about a cute setting. I'm joined now by the owner, Nancy. Hello, thanks for having me. Well, I have to say, it's beautiful when you walk in. I'm just taken back by all the decor. What are some of the customer favorites?
Our first focus is the quality of our coffee.
Yes.
We have a really strong partnership with Greater Goods Coffee. And so we can say our coffee is locally roasted, but it's nationally recognized. A big benefit that we offer here is the ambiance. Yes. We do get a lot of reviews about just how good this place feels. Mm-hmm. We were lucky to find a lot to build in that was surrounded by all these trees. Mm-hmm. And I like to think it almost feels like you're in a tree house in here with the windows and the trees. Yes. We wanted a place where people could sit and stay. Mm-hmm. You know, we've got games and books, and customers use all different parts of the shop that way.
The ambiance is indeed welcoming and very Texas inspired. But my favorite part, look at this, a little milk bar. Okay, what do I want here? I think I'll go with the oat. Now time to make some signature drinks. I'm here with Sam. What are we making?
So today we are going to make a hot case honey pecan latte, and then we are going to make a iced gusset. So we'll go ahead and make the hot case first. I just do a little bit of honey, a pump and a half of butter pecan, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of brown sugar. Get this espresso pulling. And they are very, very good. And the case is not overly sweet either. It's a very good balance between the espresso and the flavor. All right, so I'll go ahead and pour this. Gus's. I've already got my ice in the cup. We pre-batch into these pitchers. We started with one of these, have upgraded to 2 of them throughout the last couple of years. So this base we make with cold brew, a little bit of whole milk, chocolate milk, a few pumps of sweetened condensed milk, and a few pumps of hazelnut. Like I said, it sounds like a lot, but with the cold brew, yes. And it is our most highly caffeinated drink.
And if you're not into coffee, they have smoothies, Topo Chico chillers. I went with the lavender flavor. All right, we made some delicious drinks, but now time to talk food, because you do have some small bites available as well.
We do. We try to offer something for lunch and breakfast. We have a whole host of pastries available for breakfast. I just put a couple samples out here. We offer 2 quiches, bacon cheddar, and also we have a spinach tomato. And then we have all kinds of pastries. This is our cinnamon bites, our version, the donut hole version of a cinnamon roll, which is really delicious. But there's scones, we have gluten-free pastries, we have a lot of good options. Lunch, we have salads and sandwiches. This is our most popular. It's a turkey bacon wrap in a spinach tortilla. We offer some chips, brownies, anything you need to go with it to make a full meal for you.
Okay, I'm going to sample some of these drinks, but what's next for Johnson City Coffee Co?
We always have projects we're working, and our most immediate projects are food trucks, for one. Cast Iron Punk out of Blanco provides all of our food right now, and they are going to open within the month a food trailer right on on site so we can serve some hot meals here.
All right, well, for more information, you can head over to SALive.com, click the As Seen on SA Live tab, or scan the QR code on your screen. Cheers! Thank you for having me, Nancy. Oh, that's refreshing. Lavender.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend.
Yes, we will leave you with the performance from local musician Katie McKenzie. Happy Labor Day.
Some people grow way too young before their lives begun, and their time in the sun burns out too soon.